talk about how you kind of made things easier offensively with the tight ends, easy completions, and running the ball?
Yeah, obviously establishing the run was huge. And, a couple first early drives, we're trying to figure it out. Running the ball is one of those things that you got to be dedicated to it because the move in the game, everybody moves a little different on the D-line. So you got to figure it out. So once we kind of figured it out, our guys did a good job. And then we did simplify the plan. We probably cut our play sheet down by about 25-30%, if not a little more. And we really made sure that our guys were all dialed on and all on the same page. And I think it showed up. I think we played pretty clean football, and we still missed some opportunities, some big opportunities. We had a penalty on one of the drives, and or a couple of drives, and one of them that brought us back. So I thought we played pretty good.
How do you feel just overall about the operational offense?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. We as a staff had a 2-minute scenario where we got to get better at. We thought somebody was dinged up, so we subbed. He's got to just go down because a sub in that scenario creates a slow sub on their side of the ball, and it costs us about 30 seconds with the whole jog them off the field instead of just, hey, if you're hurt in 2-dimensional, you can't be tough guy, you got to go down. So we as a staff have to go through that. But other than that, I was really pleased with how we operated.
Kenny, can you talk about what was going through your head when Sam and Jordyn had that off-script play where he rolled out to the left and then hit JT and he hit that double hop into the end zone? What was going through your mind?
Well, he was the primary read, so I was going through, he's open, oh crap, how are you going to get it to him? Oh, you got it to him, amazing. Did he really just do that? Is he actually in bounds? Wow. That's probably what's going through my head.
Kenny, Sam talked about the focus of getting the game early in this game from you and Royal. Both talked about that throughout the week. How you felt? How did you feel he got in rhythm early?
Yeah, I thought he played well. Just looking at the stat sheet, right here, passing 188 on 15. That's pretty good. It's over 10 yards. And then rushing, his ability to extend in the rushing game, 75 yards rushing. And so that's winning football. Counting for 3 TDs. I thought that was winning football. He got us into some good plays. So I thought he got in a rhythm. I thought he played well.
Kenny, back to that touchdown from Sam to Jordyn. What does a play like that do to the sideline during a game?
It gets him excited, for sure. I thought we had good energy all night. I think that was one of the things I was pleased with, is I think we carried over, the second half of last week in terms of the energy and the passion and how we played with on both sides of the ball into this week. So I think we're slowly figuring ourselves out. And I think every team, like I continue to say it, is you want to get better and you want to learn more and adapt to your team as the season progresses. If you're firing all cylinders in week 1, it's probably going to be a bump in the road. People are probably going to try to eventually figure you out. You'd love to do that, but the goal is to get better and better and better. I think we've gotten better. Even in last week's loss, I thought we got better in that second half, and I think in this week we got better because that's a good football team. The goal next week is to get better again because we face another good football team and rock and roll.
Jordyn, then Jesse.
Kenny, 7 catches for the tight ends today. Shimon had a career high in receptions.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Previously 5, but now 6.
There you go.
What role did you see them playing, and how did they help open things up in the offense?
Yeah, Shimon's just been a soldier for us the first few games, and not many targets. He's just gone to work. And I said, you got to reward people that just work like that and block like that, and he can do that. His Twitter handles take him deep 7, so he didn't take him deep, but he took him short, and he scored 7, so that kind of counts. But yeah, I've just been very, very pleased with how he's been blocking, how he's been playing football, so you got to reward him.
Jesse.
Sam said he thinks if you all had lost last week to Mississippi State that you might have not locked in as much in practice and everything. Do you think that last week's game was a little bit of a blessing in disguise?
Yeah, I said that last week. Anytime you get kind of punched in the face, then you rebound, and then it's like, okay, you want to go back to work. You have 2 choices. You can run at it, or you can run away from it. And I think, I hope we're a football team that runs into it. They run straight at it. You know, Coach Rago brought up this like buffalo versus a cow. A cow runs away from the storm, a buffalo runs through it or something. I don't know. But we wanted to be the buffalo this week was his message, and we should run through the storm, you get through it faster. You're the cow, you get caught, you're in it longer, right? So hopefully we're a team that runs through the storm. I don't know if it's true, don't quote me on it. It's via Coach Rago, so if that's not factual information, you can see him. Oh, hi.
Michelle, sorry. You got one there.
Kenny, can you kind of talk about the takeaway? You finally got that takeaway, that kind of momentum. It was 10-3, and you get the touchdown after the takeaway. Now it's 17-3, and it kind of
Game changing. Takeaways win games. We talk about it all the time. I'll ask him. I chase him every day in practice saying get the ball up. Like that's the most exercise I get all week. It's just running around chasing him saying ball up, ball up, ball up. And Jason saying knock the ball out on defense. And for it to show up all the time that we punch at the ball at practice and punch the ball at practice, they convert a third down. We punch the ball and create a takeaway. Absolutely game changing.
A follow-up, can you tell us what was the deal with Canyon Floyd? We saw Mackenzie punt.
Yeah, he had his quad wasn't feeling great before the game. So he should be, I mean, it's not a major deal, so hopefully he'll be back for next week.
We got Blake and then
Jordyn, can you take us through that touchdown where you hurdled the defender and just what was going through your head during that?
It was kind of like just reaction. Like there was nowhere else to go but up. So Shaman was kind of blocking him, kind of shielding him off. So he was kind of low, like off balance already. So I just jumped, took flight, put the ball in the end zone.
What's allowed you to have the success you've had so far this season and just be so consistent?
Just a blessing, man. I feel like a blessing to have Kenny around me, have my family, just a huge support system. I feel like that guided me in the right directions this offseason, and I feel like I maximized my offseason, and I think it's paying off now.
Kevin over.
Coach Sam said that you and Coach Arroyo do a heck of a job at crafting a game script. How do you feel the job? How would you assess the job you did on getting Sam comfortable into the game today?
Yeah, I thought Coach Arroyo did an awesome job in the game plan. I thought he did an awesome job calling the game. You know, some adjustments mid-game, where to move JT, to get him the ball on some things based on what they were doing. So I thought Coach Arroyo had a great plan, and I thought the guys went out there and executed at a high level. Like I said, it wasn't perfect. There's some areas we can get better at as a staff, as a team, but I was really, really happy with the plan, the execution, the effort we played with, and so look forward to getting back to work.
Jake, good.
You had Boogie Wilson come in for an exclusive play today. What did you just see from his overall physicality as for the rest of the defense?
Yeah, I mean, Boogie brings good energy. Boogie's always smiling. Like I told him pregame, like, good luck. Like, let's go get it, right? He goes, I'm gonna try my hardest. Like, it was all, but like that's Boogie. Like you have a lot of confidence in him because he's confident in himself, and he brings great positive energy. I thought he played good. I'd have to watch the tape to grade him, but I thought he played good football, and I'm really glad we have him on our football team.
Jordan Kirk was also in the backfield a lot tonight. What have you just seen from him as a leader and a player?
When you play and practice with that much passion, it's going to show up on game day. I mean, it's not rocket science. He practices like it's game day every day. He works like it's game day every day, and then he plays well on game day. And I think he's the definition of what I want people in this program to be, is people that are just passionate every single day. I mean, he'll sweat talking because he'll talk passionately, right? And that's not a joke, that's a fact. And that's just how passionate Crook is about everything, and that's what makes him special.
We'll get a couple more for Coach and then finish up with Jordyn here. So go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, Coach, piggyback that up on the defense. I mean, do you feel it's not that they never play slow, but this is kind of the quickest game they played? Because, I mean, it just seemed everything was very disciplined. Talk about the turnovers, but just your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I thought we had a plan going into the week. We went on Monday. We said this is what we want to do to get accomplished. We accomplished those things, right? And I think good football teams, right, they just play football, and you just play another team. Great football teams take the plan and can apply it. And I think what our defense did best in the entire game was they took the plan and they applied it. You know, the goal of football is not about first downs. It's not about yards. It's about points. And I think they did a really, really good job in the first half, not worrying about the stuff that didn't matter, and they worried about the points. And that's what we talked going into the week.
Adam, is your question for Coach?
Yeah. Okay. Coach Raleek exploded for that big run. To see him rehabbing from the injury last season and then going through that process of getting his confidence back in the offseason going into this year, How much have you really just seen his confidence grow now into the season?
I mean, he made the kind of jump that I feel like JT made last year, right? Where he was working back and nobody really knew about him. Everybody forgets about you when you transfer somewhere and don't play for a year because you're not a new transfer. You're just a guy on the roster now. And he put in the work, just like JT did last year. He put in the work, and that work is showing up. And I think when you're in those situations and you're hurt for a year and you're at a new place, you kind of get lost a little bit, and you got to figure out yourself how to motivate yourself to work, and you're hungry to play again. I think, like I said, similar to JT and Dan and Exit last year, I think Relik's really stepped in and been that guy for us this year. He's kind of the diamond that people forgot about. He's a really, really good football player. He's worked his butt off. I mean, he's focused, he's dialed, he's competitive, he's good in pass protection. Like, he's earned the right to have a game like that.
We'll finish up with Coach with Chris back.
Okay, just is there any update on X or Jalen Moss or Tyson Brown? Maybe just
I would think Brown and Moss will play next week. I would think, unless something happens here in the next couple of days. I feel like they're trending heavily in that direction. I'm not going to get too carried away with the words because I don't know the probable question list for the doctors. I'll just say I feel like they're going to play and leave the fancy words for them. And then on the second one, I don't know. We gotta figure that one out in terms of getting them back.
What was it like just not giving up explosives in the passing game, especially when Boogie was back there?
Yeah, it was awesome. It's nice. I mean, we're a cover 3 team. Cover 3 is not built to give up explosives. It's built to force a team to be efficient down the field and be explosive on our defense. And when you hit an explosive play on defense, get them behind the sticks and then win those situations. It's not built to 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. If you want to do that, you should play man free on P and 10. And that would be built to go 3 and out every drive. So I think us figuring out that identity of what good defense is. Like I said, good offense is scoring points. Good defense is not letting them score points. Yards are not really relevant to me. It just doesn't matter.
All right, thanks, Coach. And
Thank
Jordyn,
you.
If you don't
Thanks,
mind
Coach.
staying, Jordyn, for just a couple questions. Ryan.
Oh.
Yeah.
You do this in your shoulder pads? Is that normal?
I don't know.
You just want to look big?
I guess so.
Hey, JT, we saw Shimon get a career-high 6 receptions today. And for you seeing a guy like that who's able to kind of have a game where he's really blocking, spending a lot of time, we're doing the dirty stuff, and then getting rewarded with stuff on the stat sheet, what does that show for a lot of the guys on the team who put in work outside of what you might see on game day?
Yeah, Shamon's an amazing blocker. I missed a couple of my blocks today, and I felt so bad. I went up to him, apologized 3 times. He probably would have strung it for more yards, probably would have had 100 on the day, but it's just how the team is, bro. We're unselfish. Humility is a big thing, and we just don't care who's getting the ball, I feel like.
Jesse.
So, which play was more fun? The NAU play in the corner of the end zone, or tonight's play where you hurdled somebody and scored?
Probably to hurt him in some. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't done that in a long, long time.
Up front and get it back to Jacob, please. Go.
Jordyn, a couple catches on play action today. How would you say that concept just helps you get separation and give you an advantage against the defense?
Yeah, especially being as run efficient we are. Relik had 150 yards. Being able to run, and then play action pass off of it makes my job easier, especially when all the linebackers are tucked away in the box.
Jason, you talked about how one of the things that's allowed you to be successful was maximizing the offseason. How did you see Relik maximize that offseason? What does it mean to you to see one of your friends on the team succeeding the way he has been?
Yeah, definitely. I think he was just so hurt from same boat I was in. Just hurt from had knee injury, had knee surgery, just not being able to play, seeing all your bros play, seeing us lose in the college football playoffs. You just develop this hunger of just wanting to come back better than ever, I feel like, and that's what he did. And conditioning days, he was working his tail off. Squat days, he was squatting as much as he could. Bench days, he was right there with me on rack 1. So, yeah.
Talk about that hunger from seeing the team lose in the college football playoff. Do you feel like you share that hunger as well?
For sure. Yeah, that definitely hurt. But sure, I'm trying to go back. That's our goal.
Anything else for Jordyn? Good? Awesome. Thank you.